Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. We are at it again, as usual. So glad that you are with us. Do me one small favor, if you will, folks. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube you are enjoying this content. I see several of the usual suspects are already here. So I know that this chat is going to be on fire per usual. All right. I'll give you some more time to fill up the chat room. And I know this is the first Sunday of NFL football. So we may not have some of the other usual suspects, but hey, they can catch us on the replay. Oh my goodness. Hard to compete with NFL football, right? Especially when someone's favorite team is playing. All right. Um, Look at the title and think about it. Let me know if you're familiar with it as well. I will go ahead and start with the chat, with the roll call. If you would like for me to call your name out during the roll call, all you need to do is say hello, or you can send an emoji. And that way I can see that you are here. If not, I know people are here, but I don't know who it is. And look at the uh, title. Okay. And everything is being exposed. And I'm going to get back to the root of this. Okay. Tijuana's here. He's not going to give anyone a chance, but here I go. I'm going to murder another hit, one of my favorite songs ever. Was had a love and it was a gas. Soon turned out, had a heart of glass. Seemed like the real thing, but only to find much mistrust, lost gone behind. Once had a love and it was divine. Soon found out I was losing my mind. Seemed like the real thing, but I was so blind. Much mistrust, lost gone behind. Yes, Blondie, OMG. Heart of Glass is one of the greatest songs ever written. Is there anyone who will argue with me? OMG, love it, love it, love it. I play the 13 and 14-minute version in my classroom frequently. Ask my students. All right, time for the roll call. Aurelius, how are you doing, love? Mr. Nice Guy is also here. Stacy, hello. Greg, hello. Thank you for the rose, love. Happy Sunday to you as well. Maga Tamara is here. Of course, looks like that statue in New York came. Oh my God, I can't with Maga Tamara. She's talking about my thumbnail. And you know, that big back black woman, that statue in Times Square that the Democrats put there so that black women would be happy. Yeah, we put something here to represent you. Newsflash, that statue, that OB statue does not represent me. Boom, there we go. Where are we? Megan, how are you doing, love? Tijuana, border jumper, of course. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dorian is here. Nemo, what's up with you? How are you? Randy Golden Crown, hello. Glad you're feeling better. Stay on the mend, brother. We are here praying for you for a speedy recovery and that your health continues to improve. We're happy for you. All right. Maga. Maga's telling me to get some male cheerleaders. Maga, I will not do that because all of you would leave me. No, 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 no. Yes, Heart of Glass, 1979. Woo! Beautiful song, Blondie. I hope your day is going well, sweetie. Ken, so far, so good. Everything's great. My girls, the trouble starter right here. We know she's going to get it cranked up. Maga has already started. My girls will piggyback off of that. I see it coming. Probably use black magic to make it come to life. Okay, Dorian. Look at this title, folks. And the reason I am covering this topic, many of you said you wanted me to continue to cover these body cams, these criminal situations. Now, look at the title. The title says, Black Florida woman gets shot after charging an officer with knife. BLM hoax is over. And let's go back a little bit. That's Big Bertha, all three beef patties. My girl, would you be good? to all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onions on a sesame seed bun. Oh my God, I'm dating myself. That's an old McDonald's commercial. Don't look up when they released it, please. Oh my God. Okay, so the reason I referenced, let's go back. We remember with the George Floyd fiasco and Black Lives Matter, what were they screaming for incessantly? All officers need body cams. Folks, whether you know it or not, this has blown up in their face. We are seeing some of the situations that these police officers are in with loud, rude, ghetto, all right, and that covers every demographic. People, no couth, no training, no breeding, no nothing. As I think Lanita calls them, just feral people, just wild. Okay, boom, like feral cats, feral people. Okay, there you go. Jason, how you doing? Jason already has his drink. Jason, you're gonna need a strong one for today, love. No justice, no peace. All right, Al Sharp Tongue Jr. So the reason I'm covering this is because I have watched multiple. I'm subscribed to several channels, body cam channels, and it is everywhere. The left wants children to idolize criminals so they can get away with stuff. MAGA, that's why there's so many incidences with these police. Because what you just said, the left has children idolizing criminals. And they're emboldened, they curse, they spit, they you name it, they do it. Again, it's the demographic inside the demographic. I hope everyone understands what I'm saying, right? I have to be strategic in what I say so that YouTube will share the video out. Another wonderful secret. Hello. Military say, okay, another wonderful secret. Okay. So this again has blown up in the face of Black Lives Matter. And I can't be happier. I love it. This is how many of you are old enough to remember Black Lives Matter, Al Sharptongue, Ben Crumb, all of these people, these black shields, politicians, preachers, what were they screaming? How many of you are old enough to remember when they were all screaming, the police need body cams? Type a 1 in the comment section if you remember. If you're old enough to remember that, please type a 1 in the comment section. Because now people are really seeing that. Then you're hearing about the black fatigue. I've watched so many police cams, body cams where these people find a word worse than feral. That's how they're acting. And again, this is the same. Remember, folks, because I have a lot of new people here. This is the same group that we see in the schools that cause all the problems, that curse the teachers out, that are fighting, that they have low test scores. The same feral people. They leave the school. Some go to jail, and then they're the same people that we're seeing on all these body cams. I'm just saying. MAGA, yes, it was my sling outdated. We call jungle fever, not snow bunny. Oh, okay, MAGA. I'm old enough to remember Rodney King. Boom. Jason, I was in college at the time. I remember when they set LA on fire after the verdict of those police officers. Jason, you're an old fuddy-duddy like me. I love it. It's all about the money. Yes, Randy Golden Crown. Akata. Yes, Jason. Jason knows what's going on. So I want to show you, because prior to body cams, this woman, now you know the race hustlers, oh my God, the police have shot a black woman. No. You need to see what this black woman did. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, there are 1,000 other videos just like it on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. So, Rolynn, I forgot. Okay. So tell me what your thoughts are. We're going to break it down. You know, I will give you my review. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, if you will, go ahead and Share this on your various forms of social media. So I'm going to start this video because all these cases, if people would comply with the police officers, these people, some of these people coming up with 2, 3, 4, 5 felonies because they were acting feral. I'm just saying. Here we go.
Tequila Walker charged at Port St. Joe Police.
Hold on. Okay.
Back in August, 41-year-old Tequila Walker charged at Port St. Joe police officers with a 16-inch fillet knife. Officials say they were left no choice but to respond with force. Now, an arrest has been made.
So my first thought when I came across the story of Tequila Walker, who was shot by Florida police when she charged at those police officers with a knife, was why is this woman whispering in this local news segment? I don't understand quite why she's speaking in such a low voice. It's actually really weird. I find it to be odd. And of course, my second thought was body cams are the worst thing to ever happen to Black Lives Matter in the—
Did I not just say that? From every, there are multiple, there are thousands of video. You can look it up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Ruby Red, how you doing, love? They need to learn how to follow instructions and respect authority. Ruby, they do not. I have told Ruby, you're new here, so let me reiterate. A lot of this is socioeconomic. The high poverty areas, unfortunately, because I had a white coworker to ask me, and so I was truthful with them. How you doing, love? She said, why won't they comply? And so I told her, I said, look, and if you don't believe this is all over social media too. Look it up. The lower socioeconomic, those living in the high crime, high poverty areas, they're mostly single mothers are telling them all white people are racist, white people hate you, and the police are trying to kill you. So when the police, they don't respect authority. When they have to come up to the school, now this is black, white, Hispanic, this is everyone. They come up and they act ghetto, just like when I have some of my students who live in the trailer park, their parents come up there in pajamas. So this is multicultural. This is everybody. But right now, we're talking about the demographic inside the demographic. They are lying to their children and they are setting them up for failure. They do not respect authority. We see it in the schools. Maga Tamara, you've been here long enough. You've heard me say it. I'm not telling you what I was told. I told you, I'm telling you what I see with my own eyes, hear with my own ears. I'm just saying. Maga, Dorian, I did not know what Randy looked like when we fell in love. It was over the phone, but his Maryland redneck accent fooled me. But I hold it against his parents that he's pale. Get him, Maga. So listen to this, folks. I hope that explains everything for my new folks. Okay, here we go.
The history of ever, and unfortunately for them, this is exactly what they asked for. It is the ultimate monkey's paw wish where you get what you want, but it works out exactly the opposite of how you expect it to, and this is what we're going to talk about today. This officer-involved shooting that is going viral of Tequila Walker in Florida. By the way, she did in fact survive this shooting, where if it weren't for the body cam footage, we would end up in a situation where Black Lives Matter would paint this woman as an innocent Baba Angel Aladdin who was—
they would paint this woman as Mother Teresa. Come on, folks. We know how the story goes. My girls, they act like jungle. Bingo. Here we go.
Just trying to fight off the cops with a knife in order to feed her starving family. But in reality, the body cam betrays that notion. Again, they ended up asking for this footage after the Michael Brown incident, which, by the way, to this day, they still lie about over 10 years later as an unjustified shooting.
Everyone remembers the Michael Brown situation. And I'm not saying he deserved to die. So people who do not look at the entire video, do not leave nasty comments in my comment section. He committed a robbery. He didn't have a weapon, but he went in there and took products without paying for them. That is still shoplifting. That is robbery. I'm not saying he deserved to die. I'm just telling you. They never said anything about that. They just talked about how wonderful he was. I told all of you, don't listen to the media. If you can, if you want to know the truth, Ruth, go and ask their teachers. They will give you the truth. Parenting needs to improve in these areas. Also, gangs need to be broken up so young men will get jobs instead of becoming gang members and incarcerated. Then young men will become responsible fathers. Yes, Ruby, good idea. Here we go.
By multiple forensic autopsies and whatnot, confirming the exact opposite of the narrative. But if we had that on footage, like we now do post Michael Brown in all these departments across the country, that would never be a thing. We would all be able to see what is demonstrably true based on the forensic evidence for ourselves. And the name Michael Brown would become as irrelevant to political activists as Tequila Walker is now that we can see what this woman actually did. But before we get into all that, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel.
Yeah, Dorian, and that's what you hear all the time. Okay, hold on. That's what you hear. Queens don't have that type of behavior, so they need to stop it. Nemo said, what a terrible name. Yeah, Tequila. Oh my God. That's that. Yeah, she started off wrong, right? Here we go. Right, Nemo, they try to make but if they're Black, they try to make it out like they were a saint. Oh.
The Bay County Sheriff's Office arrested 41-year-old Tequila Walker on multiple charges in connection to the Port St. Joe incident. Walker is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest with violence.
Now, I have two additional points before we make it into the body cam footage. First and foremost, for you preverts out there, for you disgusting individuals, yes, the local news lady happens to be an attractive individual. I know that you would mention it if I didn't mention it, so I have to mention it here. And secondly, it's as if they told Tequila Walker that she has to make the face of somebody who immediately regretted her decision of charging armed officers with a knife over a repossession of a vehicle that she refused to pay off.
So in all these situations, first of all, as I've said 1,000 times, Ruby Red, calling them queen automatically instills a feeling of entitlement. Yes, Ruby, these people in the demographic inside the demographic have been emboldened and entitled thanks to 60 plus years of voting for the Democratic Party. Boom. And every time one of these happens, it's the racist white police officers and the poor innocent Black victim. See where I'm going with this? My girl says she's missing the first 52 cards in her deck. Boom. She can't have more than 2 brain cells. Facts. That's quite the fate. Right, Maga? Here we go.
Because that is exactly what this mugshot is expressing to me right now in this moment. But without further ado, let us examine the body cam footage. And by the way, the local news media actually has little bits and excerpts of said footage, but the Police Activity YouTube channel appears to have the whole thing from multiple angles, so you could examine whether or not this was a justified police shooting.
I want you to watch the entire footage. Let me know what your thoughts are. You know, I will tell you what mine are. Here we go.
For yourself.
Put the knife down!
It's been around 2 weeks since the Port St. Joe Police Department saw its first
like a wild banshee jumping out. Now, can everyone, do you see? Everyone look. You see where the round circle is. Can everyone see that knife? Can everyone see that? He was pulling her, Nemo, say it again for the people in the back. Like a wild animal. I think if women want to be treated like queens, they've got to give men a reason to bow. Maga, thank you. She jumps out of the car with a knife. That's why it's circled. Now, let me say, she was being pulled over her car. She was driving her car, but she wasn't making the car payments. And I think they were trying to repossess it. So I don't know if she had a meltdown. I don't know what happened. This is how she jumped out of the vehicle. Okay, here we go.
officer involved shooting in decades.
So like a couple of other viral instances of,
and you know, YouTube won't let us play where she's at, you know, where she's actually, you know, hit with the hot lead.
People attacking police officers. This still image tells the whole story. Now, the local news
reminds me of the movie Raging Bull. Woo, here we go.
Media actually breaks down the fact that we could see the knife in her hand. They highlight it for you, and then they go on to show a couple of the shots fired, which, by the way, I will not be showing throughout the course of this video due to the fact that it has violent nature, and I will get age restricted if I choose to do so. But they also show you the knife is still in her hand.
Yeah, folks, you can see the footage here, somewhere on, but you know, if we play it here on YouTube, you know, YouTube will, you know what they'll do. Dorian, that's a welfare queen right there. Okay, Stacey Abrams, oh, hungry hippos. Woo! She was on my 600-pound life. Oh my God, Dorian. Let me.
After the initial 2 shots end up hitting this woman. In addition to that, if you watch the body cam footage from the Police Activity YouTube channel, which again will be linked and labeled in the description under where it says sources, for those of you who say you can never find these things, you're obviously not looking, you're not fooling me. You can actually see that they deployed tasers against this woman prior to this, and she managed to tank the taser. But
So what I'll do, I'll share the link, and so you can go and watch it on your own, the part that YouTube won't let us play. All right. You know, I always share links in the description box, so I can do that. Yes, Dorian. Okay. So they tried the taser. That didn't work. So they had to bring out the hot lead. Here we go.
Let's roll back a little bit so you can understand the nature of this police encounter, because what this was over was this woman not making her car payments on time, a tow truck coming in order to repo the car, and then at some point in time, this woman decided it would be a good response to the tow truck to put a knife in the car, drive away, expecting a future confrontation. So yeah, this was a violent individual. This was somebody who could have easily killed that tow truck operator. She obviously didn't have enough common sense to know that gun beats knife and not to charge after somebody with a knife. And for those of you who are saying, Sean, well, the 21-foot rule that says that somebody charging at you is faster than you could draw your gun and fire shots in order to defend yourself, let us be clear, that is only applicable to when the gun is holstered. And in addition to that, that is in reference to a normal average person with normal average speed, not this woman who, you know, don't move too fast. Although she did kind of have some giddy up when she decided to charge this officer.
One 108 Guff, I'm behind it here on Avenue A. She still hasn't pulled over yet. Pull the car over.
She just turned around me. Hands off. Where you at, Wayne?
Hey, you're just getting yourself in a lot more trouble is all you're doing.
So as you can see right here, the police attempt a pullover of this particular woman, and this is from the dash cam view, by the way. You can hear the sirens. Obviously, the cop is right behind her. She's not driving particularly fast, but she is refusing to do so. You also have him, I believe, over the loudspeaker telling her to pull over, and she decides that that's not going to be a thing that she wants to do. And at the same time, an oncoming police car gets in front of her, to which she jumps up on the sidewalk in order to get around. Now, for those of you who are unaware, because you didn't watch the full local news segment like I did, she actually, in relation to this whole tow truck incident of them trying to repo her vehicle, apparently did a couple of hit and runs, like made contacts with other vehicles.
Video documents several points of contact made with
What
walkers.
you just asked? This is in Florida, Port St. Joe. So she committed all kinds of crimes, and all she had to do was stop. So these people jump out upset, and if all you had to do was stop. Oh my God, that car is struggling. Nemo, what did Ruby Red say? Because what are you all doing in this comment section? Jabba the Hutt got nothing on. Oh my God, I got to start this video.
Throughout the day after she was involved in multiple hit and run incidents. The footage also shows attempts made to disarm Walker of her 16-inch fillet knife with a taser.
So there are charges that could be
What are your thoughts, folks? Right, she ate through her 3-year supply of Twinkies. My girl, if you are enjoying this, if you want more content on police body cams, type a 1 in the comment section. I look at these often, and it is amazing. All you have to do is stop and comply, and they refuse to do it. Connie Mello, how you doing, love? Oh, great. You have company? That's okay. We're glad you were able to drop in. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button, folks. Okay, more. You want more of this content? I look at these all day long. I've looked at 1,000, I know. Oh my God. They're all over the internet. Here we go.
backing up right here. It is justified to pull her over. It is not just about her not paying off the repo for her car. So there is 100% cause in order to initiate this stop. Make no mistake about it. I think that background is necessary because it's not really stated in the first 40 seconds of.
Yeah, and that's grand theft. If if you're not making your car payments, and they come to repo your vehicle, I mean, what are you going to do? Here we go.
Of this body cam video, and I got to bring you guys all the information so you can know what's up.
He stopped. I made him stop. Pull in here so you're not blocking the roadway.
What's up?
I just want to know what in the hell's going on.
No, I don't goddamn know. You tell me.
Well, they're trying to repossess your car
What's up for?
because they say you didn't pay for it, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Pull up here so we're not in the middle of the road. Just pull up behind me.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, they pulled over Tequila Walker, who honestly sounds like she's been hitting that tequila. And considering she's not even paying for the car that she's driving, she should become a walker very soon. However, she's talking about how, like they can come get the car. Like, I don't even know why they would want it. And the officer has to answer these like obvious, stupid questions with basic retorts like, because you didn't pay. The repo man come get your car when pay money. When give the money. Let me give you the perspective of the repo man right here.
They're trying to repossess your car.
What's up for?
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay.
Then you don't get the car. That's
So again, she's already wrong. And why get upset and act like a wild banshee, like a water buffalo? This is why the roads are messed up. Nemo. Ruby's laughing. Randy, the check is in the mail. Randy, they're not falling for that one, love. Oh my God, right, Jason? Sounds like she's had some tequila. Nemo, there you go.
That's what's going on right now, lady. That is what's happening at this moment in time. So can you please pull out of the road and actually engage with the officers? Because apparently there were some hit and runs affiliated with you trying to dodge the repo truck person. And that is the reason why you have now turned a civil matter into the police getting involved.
Put it down, ma'am. Put it down. No, ma'am.
Now we end up with a quick cut to more body cam footage after this woman has pulled out of the middle of the road, and she is actually flashing the knife at this moment in time. She's also receiving.
How many brain cells does she have? She's flashing the knife at the officers. So did she have a death wish? What's this death wish 3? Where's Charles Bronson?
Very clear commands to put down the knife.
Gina, put the knife down. Unlock the door.
And it's at this point in time that I would like to remind you guys that we are told and propagandized by the mainstream media into this idea that every single black person in the United States of America, due to the fact that this country is so evil, white, and racist, and the police are so evil, white, and racist, has something when they get to a certain age called the talk with their parents or parent, where they explain to them that you just can't mess around with the police because the police are just looking for a reason to kill you. They're just asking for a justification due to the fact that police are so evil, white, and racist. Well,
have we not been saying that on this channel for the past 2 or 3 years? These are the lies that they tell these people, and so they don't listen to their teachers when they're in school. Then they get out here in the real world. Yeah, teachers, we don't have tasers and we don't have guns. So they get away with that crap, and then they get out here with the police. And that's what the old people used to say. That's where the rubber meets the road. And when something bad happens, guess what? I'm not marching. I'm not crying. These are the same people. Can everyone see what I'm saying? It's the same people. What? She has a knife. What's wrong with her? I can't. Connie, and they're telling her to put it down. Tijuana, you didn't hear about this case? This case went viral. Yes, Maga. Just call in the social workers and everything will be fine. Nemo, this woman was unhinged. I did repo work for about 2 weeks. After that, I was good. Jason, it's very dangerous. You're right. Right, Randy. Maga said maybe not skydiving. Here we go.
Here's a woman with a 16-inch knife that she is flashing at the police at this moment in time, obviously not heeding the words of that talk that she should have had. But to be fair, she's only 41 years old. So even though we're told that this talk happens with black children, black youths, when they're very young, maybe she just hasn't gotten to that point of maturity yet where the parents or parent ended up having this conversation with her.
Drop the knife now! Drop it!
Now, again, we have more commands from the officers for her to drop the knife. And despite the fact that police are just so evil, white, and racist that they're looking for a reason to use deadly force against black people, and this woman is presenting herself as a deadly force threat, we actually see the taser being deployed first by this officer who's on the passenger side of the vehicle prior to Tequila making the horrible decision of jumping out of the car. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you this woman getting shot. I'm not going to show you the way that she fell to the ground. That is
Now, Confess, I hope you feel better, love. And again, those of you just joining, hit the like button. I will drop the link so you can watch it on your own. Of course, YouTube will not allow us to share when she was actually, receiving hot lead. I'll share the link when this live is over and you can watch it on your own. Okay. But they did try tasing her first. It did. Unfortunately, tasing does not work on water buffalo. Here we go.
Something that you have to seek out on your own, link in the description. But the point is, you need to see this woman charging at the female officer, who in this angle of the video is right by the back driver's seat of the door, which is incredibly close.
Put the knife down!
Yeah, so as you can see, she jumps out of the car, charges the officer directly in line of the gun, which is clearly and obviously a ridiculously stupid decision. And but for the body cam footage, you would have all these different various black activists pretending like this definitely didn't happen. You'd hear things like, why would a 41-year-old woman, probably a mother of whatever amount of children, decide that she is going to charge armed officers when there are three of them around with a knife, as if that was going to be effective? But as we point out time and time again on this channel, criminals are absolute idiots. They're stupid. These are people who do not think about the long-term consequences of their actions. So what we see on this video is this woman doing exactly that. And make no mistake about it, she was never going to stab her way out of this situation. She was never going to kill 3 police officers and then be able to keep the car that she wasn't making payments on. This is a pointless, stupid, idiotic crime. And for those of you who are thinking, because this involves a repossession, that somehow the real criminal behind this is poverty, then please examine the footage. Tell me what poverty was wearing, so that way we could put out an APB on poverty and finally make an arrest in that situation.
I love his commentary because it's the same thing I'm thinking. Marga, she must not exfoliate because I would have never guessed her age at 41. Nemo, this is a National Geographic video. What happened to the police? Okay, I'm going back even further. I know I'm dating myself. Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Oh my God.
Because regardless of the fact that she couldn't afford to pay the car, or she chose not to, or whatever actually ends up being the reality, in reality, this was never something that was going to get her out of that situation in the first place. This is not a logical choice. This is a bad impulse, bad behavior, terrible self-discipline on display right here. And if it wasn't for the fact that the officer fired in that situation, she likely would have suffered a stab wound and maybe died of a consequence of it. And if not for the body cam footage, this white female officer would have been castigated as an evil white racist. They would have talked about how the scenario was absolutely preposterous, and we would have seen all the different various propaganda techniques, like them showing us her high school graduation photo as if she's not 41 years old.
Yeah, you know how they do. They'll go back and show pictures when they were young and they were wonderful people. But we know we always find out the truth. If you're new here, I exposed the Trayvon Martin case. I exposed the George Floyd case. All the media does is lie. They do not give you the truth. How you doing, Robert? Feral people like feral cat. Yes, and we know how feral cats are. The people are the same way. My girls, you remember Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It comes on every Sunday morning on MeTV. I still watch it. Yes, I'm dating myself. Yeah, he is great. He just calls it what it is. It's BS. Nemo, Maybe they'll find a picture of her when she used to exfoliate.
Or possibly what we see in those cases where they're death penalty cases, where we end up with the images of the actual murderer from when he was like 5 years old. We would have gotten the full propaganda train. This would have been a Black Lives Matter case. This police department that hasn't shot a suspect since 1988 would have been labeled systemically and structurally evil, white, and racist.
Right.
And again, it would have been a disaster for our country. But since we have the footage, thank you, Black Lives Matter, we are able to disprove these notions in real time, or as close to real time, before the narrative gets all the way around the world. And I think that is absolutely amazing. But of course, I want to know what you guys think about all.
Yeah, so, and I have that. I have watched so many. And I just love his commentary because he's saying what we've been saying on this channel for years. We know the narrative. Black people can kill other Black people all day, every day. They don't say a word. As soon as a white person or a white police officer kills or injures a Black person, okay, here they come like cockroaches. Oh, Tijuana, you like him too? Okay, great. Yeah. He always has excellent commentary. And again, he's saying the same thing that we're saying. Hit that like button for me, please, folks. And I like it. You know, I don't like nonsense. And that's what they do. They come out. Everyone gets their check. They ostracize the white officer or the white person who was involved. And they just make it, you know, oh, they were racist. And this poor Black person is a victim. I mean, all of these things. So yeah, I have the video. I'll share that with you. She brought this on her own. She brought this on herself. She did. She did not have to. Let me see. I can show you this. While I'm talking, I'll keep the volume down. Let me see. I can show you this. And why did it have to escalate to this point? It was her fault. It was all her fault. All she had to do was slow down. Go back and talk to her teachers when she was in school. Please go back and talk to them. Okay. I can show you this. It's blotted out. And I think I've already shared this. Hold on. Hit that like button, folks, if you want more. So I'll continue talking. I'll let you watch this. This is what I already have in the description box. Okay. No volume. Scorpius, hello from Buckeye, Arizona. I do like watching your show. Scorpius, how you doing, love? Hit that like button. All of you. We are 27 away from 15,000. If all 40 of you hit that share button, who knows? We may hit it before we get off here today. Treat her like Mother Jasmine. Okay, Robert. She's off her. Connie, something's wrong. Now, if she had stopped initially, now again, those of you just joining, I can't play the volume. It is in the description box. You can watch it on your own. I don't want YouTube to stop the video from going out. But look at this. Prior to body cams, every time there was something that happened with a Black person, the white people, the white officers involved, either or, they were just demonized by the race hustlers, by the NAACP, all of these people, the Black preachers. They never say anything about the people involved and their wrongdoing. So again, let's get to the bottom of this. Why did this start from the beginning? She has a car, those just joining, she has a car she was not making car payments on. So again, if we go back and look at why this started in the first place, Mayor, she's still alive. She was shot. And she's still going through with these charges. Yeah, she's still alive. Maybe she was living in her car and was going to lose everything and decided suicide by car. Ruby, yes. So we don't know what was going on with her mentally, but something is wrong. 3 all beef patties. Yeah, she's still alive. But if she had stopped initially, if she had stopped, all of this, she wouldn't have been shot. All of this, and now all these felonies she has, because she look at her. Now you see that's where they dropped her. That's where they shot her. Okay, everybody see that? That's where they dropped her. And it's all on body cam. So Black Lives Matter, everything you tried to do backfired. It backfired. So look at her. She's come like Raging Bull Part 2. Did that officer have a choice? Someone type in the comment section. What you think? They better be careful, but this lady looks like she may yeah, look at it. So this is after she's been dropped. You jump out of your vehicle with a 6-inch knife. What do you expect is going to happen? The ghetto lottery, Jason. Boom. What do you think is going to happen? So so now this is after she's been dropped. And she's just laying there. So now they're taking the knife. Look at this. See, that woman is unhinged. So now you know they have to blur this part out. What do you think, folks? I want to know your thoughts. That woman, that female police officer did not have a choice. Thank you, my girls, Ruby Red and MAGA. No choice. But if we didn't have that cam, what would it be? A racist white police officer shoots mother of the year. We know how the Democrats, the race hustlers, these people just like that, MR Garcia, father of the year, and all these crimes he's committed. Right, Greg? Yes, Ruby, this woman, she was nuts. Scorpius. If they were racist, those cops would have just got in their car and waited for the ambulance, but not helped to save her life. Exactly, Scorpius. She brought this on herself. Now, let me show you something else. I told you I could stay here from now until the rapture sharing videos with you because I have watched a lot. Let me show you again that demographic inside the demographic. Okay? So we're not talking about people like Condoleezza Rice, Ben Carson. They're not out here committing crime. We're talking about the other demographic. So do we see the Ben Carsons, the Condoleezza Rices, and all these other people? No, this is what we see. Jeremiah, how you doing? She's the lost sister of baby. Jeremiah. Yes. Okay, now let me show you this. Hit the like button, folks, if you are enjoying. Let me show you how the situations get escalated when all you have to do is comply. These are the same people. I'm going to say it over and over again. These are the same people. Shamu's little sister. Not Shamu. Woo! I can't with this chat. She got out of her fencing. Okay, Jason said it could have been Obama's sister. Yeah. They're not saying they don't say anything. Now that these body cams are out showing the truth, Black Lives Matter has been quiet. Some were spending the millions of dollars that they laundered probably. Let me show you. Again, if people would comply, these situations would not have Tijuana, Free Willy. I used to love that movie, Free Willy. This chat is, you know what? You know what this chat is? This chat is on fire. It's on fire. And I need to send some fire emojis. So again, I could show you clips from now until the rapture. Literally. I'm not even joking. Let me send you some fire emojis. I knew this chat was not going to behave today. How did I know? Because I know you and I love it. P. Greg, my dad was a police officer for 30 years. Glad he never went through something like this. Greg, he got out before it really got bad. Woo! Robert, this woman was trying to get a freebie. Yeah, the ghetto lottery. or to me, it looks like she had a death wish. She jumped out of the vehicle with a knife. Megan, this chat is the best. Boom. Now watch how this escalates. These are things that the police are dealing with. And I hate to keep saying the same thing over and over. We deal with these people, some of these people in the schools. They act the same way in schools. They get out, they do the same thing with police officers, and then bad things happen. Boom. Am I marching Mayor, Jeremiah, Connie, Randy, my girls, Megan, Dorian, Robert, Nemo, Ruby? Am I marching? No, I am not. You acted a fool in school. Now to me, you're getting your comeuppance. Sorry, not sorry. This in the school, you know we are not allowed to carry weapons. They do the most in school. And let me show you. Let me get it going. Here we go.
How you doing, sir? Good. Is he rolling the joint?
He what?
Are you rolling marijuana right there in front of me?
So I got medicated weed, sir.
Where is that at?
Right here.
Where's your medical marijuana card?
It's on the car. I have a card, yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
They have a medical marijuana card. They do.
Okay, are you with that?
Yeah. Okay, you want me to call out? Yeah. Hey, calm down. Do you want me?
Do you have ID on you? Yankee 11, baby. I'm out with 13P. 13B.
Okay, but what gave you?
These situations they become escalated because, again, just comply. Megan Sober, you got that? I'm with you, sister. I'm not marching for anyone because I don't know if I have. Lanita's not here today. We deal with this crap in the schools. I can tell you about an incident that happened. Black girls walking around the school all day, skipping classes. When the principal and assistant principals tried to stop them, they all took their phones out and was recording live streaming. Look at these. They're being racist and they're following, just nonsense. When those girls get out in the real world and they try that crap and they're unalived or whatever happens to them, I'm not marching. I'm going to sit back and say, I remember what they did in school, and I'm going to be unbothered. And don't come to me crying, oh, it's racist and racism and white supremacy. Don't want to hear it. Lose me with that. Here we go.
Back up now.
Me?
Yeah. Don't question me.
No, my kids.
Okay, then grab your kids and
We're going to ask him what's the proper call. This here.
Thank you.
528.
Okay. Okay, so I asked you, did you want him to throw it out?
No, I want you to just do me a favor. Both of your hands up here.
I'm saying, what's the
marijuana? Say it for the people in the back, sir. Legal for use in private residences, not in a public place, especially in a vehicle. So many people, these situations would not happen. Even if you have, a card, you're using it for medical reasons, medical purposes. You couldn't wait until you got home. So a lot of these situations, they bring it on themselves. I don't see people of Condoleezza Rice's caliber. You don't see people like that getting in trouble. First of all, they're not into nefarious activities, but it's the demographic inside of the demographic. How you doing, Vicky? Brenda Tackleberry, they just don't want to deal with the consequences for their behavior. Sad thing is they think the race card's going to bail them out. Boom. Brenda, they've been lied to for 60 plus years, and these are the results. Right there. Exactly, Doran. Watch how they escalated. Not the police officer.
proper cause for this, sir? It's in the car. Like, you still ain't told me that. What's the proper cause for this here?
You turn your car off for me?
And he looks geeked up. I don't know what his problem, but he's making he looks weird.
This sir, what's the proper cause of you? Sir, what's the proper cause for this? Ain't nothing in here, so you can stop flashing your light on it.
No, there's marijuana in here.
It's not marijuana in here. All he had was a bud of weed. That's it.
What? There's not marijuana. All he had is a bud of weed. And what is that? What's a bud of weed? Marijuana.
Okay.
Okay. So.
What's the name? That's my phone.
Don't reach for anything, bro. No, I just saw you reaching for it. Don't reach for anything.
Do not go. Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Oh, I see it. I see it. Stay right there.
You're gonna get tased.
Here's the taser.
Back up.
Get back now.
Man, what you doing? Hey, what are you doing?
Stay where you at. Give us some units now.
Put your hand behind your back.
I am. Hey, back up.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
And then, okay, what continues to escalate this situation and so many others? I told you, I feel like I've looked at 1,000 people standing there screaming all kinds of obscenities, and just the screaming itself is escalating it. Shut up and listen to what the officer is saying. Back up, Lord Jammer. Right. Ivywood Records. How you doing? Right, Ivywood. Exactly. And that's why several of you told me you wanted me to continue to show you these body cams. They are their own worst enemies. It's not white supremacy. It's not racism. It's your behavior, ma'am and sir. And they don't want to hear that. Greg, right. That's right, Greg. Here we go. Double straight weave.
But why y'all doing it?
Listen,
But why y'all doing it? Business.
Go ahead.
We are running our business. We came here to get food. Don't take all that. No.
Back up.
Stop.
Okay, you see why you can't get teachers in the school? You see, this is ghetto behavior. These people are involved in black activities. And this is at the schools, they get away with it. And now they're in the real world, and I love it. Let's continue. Nemo.
Resisting.
Put your hand behind your back.
Stop resisting. How is he resisting? Hey, don't touch me, sir. Hey, I'm standing right here.
Do not move.
Right here.
Do not move.
I'm standing right here. What are you doing?
Do not move.
Just 15 her ass. Cuff her. Just 15 her. For what? For what?
Now, just so everyone can see, there are black officers out there as well as white. The black officers are fed up too. So they can't say, oh, this is racist. It's your behavior, ma'am, sir. She got tased and it didn't even affect her. She didn't flint. Yeah, I told you, tasers don't work on water buffaloes. And Nemo, Free Willy Part 2.
Pregnant. What you doing?
It don't matter. You don't know
It
that.
does. For what?
Keep moving before you go to jail. Don't move. Don't move.
Do not move. Do not move.
Okay.
Do not move.
Ma'am, I'm bleeding.
Okay.
I was standing right here. No, I was standing right here.
Breathe.
Loud, rude, and ghetto. Fabulous. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Again, I've watched, it seems 1,000. So the body cams are working in the favor of the police. Black Lives Matter, Ben Crumb, Al Sharptongue. I don't hear you saying anything now that the body cams are showing what's really going on out here. Not a word. Ban the buffet in the hoods. Yes, Nemo. My girls, why is she wearing a small medium? Right. We're the fashion police when you need them. Brenda, there was a case, but I forgot where it happened. Black man was pulled over the traffic light, and it happens all the time.
And I just asked y'all, what's y'all problem?
This is my purse. Can I have my purse?
You can get your purse. Here. Here.
Oh my God.
Do you need her for anything?
She's not going.
Detain her. Stop.
Stop moving.
I'm not moving. Come here.
You got a call?
Yeah.
What I'm being arrested for?
Turn around.
What am I being arrested for?
Turn around. We'll advise.
Listen, right now.
Like, seriously.
The officer, go inside.
And I said, wait, can I call?
I'll tell you right now.
Hush, I got you. Hush.
Go inside.
Because I was minding my business.
She won't shut up. loud, rude, ghetto, no couth, no manners, no anything. Thanks, Democrats. 60 plus years of voting for Democrats. Now you have all of these entitled people who are told they don't do anything wrong. They don't have to be responsible for their actions. Everything is the fault of white supremacy and systemic racism. That's why they're in the situation that they're in. No, 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 no. It is your choices. It is your behavior. I'll continue.
To the officer. I'll talk to the officer, all right?
That's not right, sir.
You got nothing on you, right?
I don't have anything, sir. Be quiet. But that's not right. I only asked a question. Did I not?
Even the women that are there for them is telling her to be quiet. She won't shut up. Oh my God. Where's the tape when you need it?
Let me get this. There's a sergeant.
And that's my card.
It's okay.
Did I not ask a question though?
Any IDs or anything like that?
No, sir, I do not. My purse is in the car. You see what he did? That's not right, sir.
You need AC back here?
I do, sir.
Okay, I got
and please listen. Don't close the door on me. So I'm trying to
we
talk.
Gotta close the door. We gotta close the door. All right.
Get the sergeant. Hold on.
All right.
You got it? Go.
I didn't even do anything.
Take him over there.
She ain't going to jail. She do it. Hey, Willie. I know, I got it. Hey, Willie, call our people, Willie.
Hey, Willie, call our people, man. Willie wouldn't have to call anyone. All you have to do is listen and comply. All of these situations are escalated for no good reason. Oh, my God. No one ever uses their right to remain silent. Maga, say it again for the people in the back. Smart final, she can be in the liposuction. Yes, Nemo. Brenda, so when the cops caught up with him, they all took off their body cams and kicked and beat the man to death. They didn't know there was a street cam watching them do it. Yeah, Brenda, you know what I say? There are dirty cops, there are dirty teachers, every profession. I always say, you may not get caught, but the man above knows exactly what you're doing. So you won't get away with anything. Tijuana, you cannot legally smoke weed in public anywhere in the United States, including in states where recreational or medical cannabis is legal, in all states that have legalized cannabis consumption. Tijuana, thank you for dropping that. But that would be fear to anyone. I was pulled over for speeding, and it worried me some having seen some of the things I've seen. Yeah, Brenda. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say all the police officers are doing what they're supposed to do. You have everyone in every profession doing things they should not do. Keith, how you doing? I'm so glad to catch your show while playing golf. Yeah, Keith, hit the like button, love. I'm glad you're here. Tell us what you think. So, Brenda, did you hear what I said, love? Brenda, you just comply and you will not have these issues. And if you are pulled over by a police officer, this is what I tell my students. Comply. If someone is nasty to you, disrespectful to you, listen and comply. And then go file your report. Do not escalate it. Now, as an educators, we are taught to de-escalate situations. Call Buffalo. Okay. Scorpius, I just remembered in high school, freshmen, they and the police told us how to act if we got stopped, what we needed to do. And I remember the railroad doing the same thing. Yes. Tijuana, thank you. And Tijuana is not black. Tijuana said, I've been mistreated by cops, but comply. Yes, you have people in every profession. We have teachers that mistreat students. It happens every profession. Trust me. You comply and then you go and there's a way to handle it. You don't escalate it because bad things happen to you. Okay, here we go.
I got him. You watch that. Make sure you pat him down.
Hey, you recording everything? You recording everything?
Stop.
I ain't doing that.
Bro, you need to stop.
I'm on my knees, sir.
Stop.
Okay. Whatever y'all want.
Problem, bro.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Get in the car and back up, please.
So do I have to leave?
You have to leave. Back up. Then back up.
You can take it real good.
I ain't going over. I ain't doing that.
Now you just got another felony. Destroying evidence.
That cop did the best. It just shut the door so you don't have to hear that noise anymore out of their pie holes. Bad apples in every bunch doesn't make that bunch bad. Just those apples. Ruby, exactly. Nobody is perfect at the end of the day. No, they're not. I got lost once and went over the Canadian bridge. Those cops took everything out of my car and made me put it back. Oh, wow. Maga, you have some people are on power trips. Hey, it happens. It happens to black people and white people, Hispanic people. I showed you guys that video, that white man, the cops kept telling him to get out of the car. I think he was on my 600-pound life too. And he would not get out. He mashed his foot on the accelerator and was going to ram into the police car, and they all unloaded on him. So it happens. Here we go.
Hold on, let me get it back. Hey, I got blood on me.
We gotta take pictures, okay?
Ma'am, I have a bad knee, like y'all.
Okay, so you can sit on your bottom.
My knee is messed up, ma'am. I'm trying.
Right there under. He was trying to kick it under.
My knee is
Hey, just 14, she's bleeding on that.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even do anything.
And none of these people, that's what they keep saying. I didn't do anything. And you can explain to them what they did wrong. They're still sitting there. I didn't do nothing. Okay.
That's all I can ask you. Do y'all want my ID? I have license. What is going on?
Yeah, but you guys do not run up to us. I gave you.
I didn't run up to you,
Listen,
sir.
Did I not give you verbal command to remain in the vehicle?
Okay. She's not going to jail, but she needs to. Where are the fashion police? Please get this lady. Oh my God. Those clothes that she is wearing are about 3 sizes too small. Where are the fashion police? That's what she needs to be arrested for, what she has on. Boom.
Sir, I stayed in the vehicle. Yes, I did. I came right here and asked you what was going on.
You need me to search her? No, I'm gonna search her first. Huh? Who got tased? Her?
My sister got tased. I grabbed my sister away from you guys. I didn't do anything. I grabbed my sister because my sister was walking up to him. And I told her to move back.
Yeah, that's the reason she's getting arrested.
Okay, but why am I being arrested?
You're being detained right now.
Ruby makes an excellent point. Getting arrested for stupid stuff doesn't make a person bad. It's what they do after to take responsibility and change. Ruby, thank you. That's an excellent point. Are you going to continue in this downward spiral, or are you going to learn from it and say, okay, I know what not to do the next time? That's an excellent point, Ruby. Exactly.
Did she fail to comply?
The other female, for sure. Yeah, she ran up on me. I deployed my taser on the other female and him.
Excuse me, what is going on? Come on, I need to search you. What is going on? You took the seatbelt off? Yes, I
Now she's crying.
did. Okay, nobody told you to do that. Come on, let's go. Get out. Step right here. I need to know what's going on, man. Okay, they'll advise.
Best thing you can do right now is cooperate with us, all right?
First of all, I was cooperating. All right, stay right here. You have anything on you that could poke me? No, I don't. All right, separate your feet from me, please. Separate. Thank you. I don't understand. What's the problem? You said you advised you're pregnant, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just hold on. Just watch out. Watch out. Let me. No. Separate your feet. I didn't tell you to move, ma'am. I just don't want you leaning on your stomach.
And Lord Jammer, that's the issue. They want no responsibility, blame the white man, white supremacy, and systemic racism. That's the lie they've been fed from the black politician, the black preacher, the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, so that no responsibility. And it's time for that to change. I think it would be wise for people to always consider the police like the principal's office. Scorpius. All right. I'm at the car shop and the phone is dying. Love to all you. Okay, Tijuana, thanks for dropping in, love. Plug that phone in. Okay. But with the victim call, yeah, those are the new folks to the channel. The Rollins Reviews YouTube channel has canceled the Victim Olympics. Lord Jammer, right. Bonquisha is pregnant, right. So when you look at a lot of the systemic problems, in the impoverished communities, right, Mayor? The people who are acting this way, they have children. and they raise their children. And so the cycle continues. Right, Brenda? Exactly. You understand? And I was watching this African guy's channel, and they were talking crap. You don't see, African males, people who are legitimately, who are really from Africa. They were saying, you don't see us out here. Yeah, I'm just saying. And I watched this video and I was just like, oh, well, I can't say anything, right? Here we go.
Okay. What is going on? Like, literally, what is going on? I have the right to know. Stop moving, ma'am, please.
Hey, we have to get her to the hospital, all right? Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you just chill out for right now instead of raising your voice, and I'll explain it to you in a second. Because you raising your voice not going to work. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to transport?
Okay, all
right, I'm going to transfer the male, you transfer the female. You're all being arrested, okay?
For what?
You're being arrested for.
Okay, so she's for what? Okay. Scorpius, Smokey and the Bandit. Jackie Gleason said, when we get home, I'm going to punch your mama right in the mouth. Oh my, Scorpius. I love all those Smokey and the Bandit movies with Jackie Gleason. You son. Well, you know the second part. Woo! Love it. And I love what he said. I knew this would happen with that integration. Oh my God. They don't make movies like that anymore because everyone's woke, but I loved it. Loving your time with Rolynn. Become a Rolling Stone. Just subscribe and hit that. Oh my God. Yes, Maga. Thank you, love. That's right. Become a Rolling Stone. I love the pun intended. I love it. Woo. Here we go.
Resisting. Please get in the vehicle.
I didn't resist for anything. Where's my purse?
Please get in the vehicle.
Get in the vehicle, ma'am.
Get your purse.
I'm not resisting. I'm asking.
Now she's crying. Now she's lowering her voice. I'm not resisting. Ma'am, all you had to do was comply from the beginning. All that shouting and during Snow Bunny instead of Queens. Okay. Yes, they do it in a loser just like my girl. I'm 28 days older than Smokey in the bed. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jeremiah. All right, let me continue. It's almost over.
No, I have the right to ask where's my belongings.
Get in the vehicle.
Go get your belongings. Get in the vehicle. It's not right. Get in the vehicle, please. Get in the vehicle. Sit back, ma'am. So you don't have a right to tell me what's going on. He just advised you what's going on. You were resisting. I didn't resist of anything. Okay.
So you can't get her to, she's getting started again. Just shut the door so you don't have to listen to her. Richard, how you doing, love? And this is what you wonder why you can't get teachers. You deal with, now, to be fair, we have Hispanic, white, we have other demographics as well in the schools who are not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, to be fair. Here we go.
Hey, who's in that car?
She, the girl.
The pregnant one?
Female?
Just the female.
Take her to the hospital. Just go. I'm not waiting for medics. Just go. She just detained her because she was in the midst of it. The other female, no, she didn't come approach me.
Okay, so we can
the other female. Correct. Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to take the cuffs off.
We're taking them off.
I'm not trying to hurt you. Stop doing that. I know. Stop. Thank you.
Hey, as for the holster, inquire about.
She said she had a gun, but they took it.
Oh, give me a second. All I know, they whipped up. They went to yoking him.
So here go Bum Quisha. Now she has her phone recording, probably live streaming to Facebook or whatever. I don't know, just sharing with someone what's going on in the video. Those cops were at their limit. Randy, yes. Jeremiah, okay, where are Richard? I only smoke at home so I don't get caught and lose my badge. Right, Richard. I tell people, look, I don't drink, I don't smoke. But I tell people, whatever you do, go and buy your stuff and go home. A lot of these situations get started. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Here we go.
Out the car. Then Bree was trying to stop them from tasing him, and that's why they took her.
And just listening to this young lady talk, I can tell she is woefully uneducated, unfortunately. It is what it is.
Quick question for you, and you don't have to answer, but she got your blood on her. Do you have any diseases that you would like to let her know about?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
No.
Okay, thank you.
I don't get in trouble. I don't do all that crazy shit. I don't know what is going on.
Honestly, neither do I. You saw one.
I just want to go home, bro. I don't get in trouble. I don't even know what's going on.
All right, man, we're going to get checked out by the medics.
Like, how can you do that? How can you do that?
You want to step up?
The craziest thing about this channel isn't just the body camera footage. It's you, our subscribers.
So, again, folks, more to the story. How you doing, Chris? This happened in Florida. And we're just talking about how the situation was escalated. And it did not even have to be that way. I also wanted to share with you the mayor of Baltimore, what a loser he is. He's also saying, just like these other blue city mayors, he's saying, oh no, we don't need, everything's good. What are you talking about? We don't need Trump. We don't need federal agents. We don't need the National Guard. Baltimore, let me tell you, you may not know this. Let me give you some stats. They're saying we don't want you here. Baltimore seems like they are just murder central. 790 violent crimes in 17 days. But their mayor says we're safe. Wow. Just wow. So I wanted to share that with you. And then on the live stream we did on Saturday, these folks really believe they can lie, get away with everything. Yeah, Lanita, yes. Exactly. Randy, exactly. And it just make it work. Just shut up. It would not have gotten to that point. Just shut up. How difficult is it? Jeez. All right, let me show this to you. So again, 790 violent crimes in 17 days in Baltimore. But they don't need Trump. They don't need any help. Okay. The people are saying something different. As I told you, ignore these governors and mayors. Listen to the people who are dodging bullets, literally. Unhinged and unstable. Yes, Robert, wearing their emotions on their sleeve, just highly emotional. Exactly. Yes, Ruby. All right, here we go. Now remember, 790 violent crimes in 17 days. We don't want federal agents. We don't want the guard. We don't want anything. We're fine. Listen.
Especially place I grew up in, Baltimore.
Hold on, let me start.
Sir, you are the governor of Maryland. Everything that you said while campaigning means nothing.
They think they're slicker than the average public, and they can create this falsehood that things are getting better and safer.
Please send the National Guard to all the Democrat-led cities, especially place I grew up in, Baltimore.
People leave Baltimore City and don't want to come into Baltimore City because of the quality of life.
Black Lives Matter and all that.
That's right.
Yeah, where the is they at?
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So the crime fatigue in Maryland has gotten out of hand, and people are begging down.
Maryland has been bad, particularly Baltimore, has been bad forever. Ever.
Donald Trump is sending the National Guard. But despite all the crime and the violence that's going on in Prince George's County and Baltimore, Maryland Governor Wes Moore and Baltimore's Mayor Brandon Scott is refusing to work with Trump to stop the crime.
For the past 2 weeks, Baltimore has been in the national spotlight because of a feud between Maryland Governor Wes Moore and President Donald Trump. The battle started over the governor saying Baltimore...
Stop voting blue no matter who. They're not going to do anything for you. They want you to continue in this violent cycle of crime and poverty.
Doesn't need crime-fighting support from the National Guard, which is currently underway in the nation's capital.
Now, the National Guard has been deployed to DC, and crime is down significantly, and most people can walk the streets without fear of violence.
Now, these are the new stats in DC, okay? I'll pause that so you can look that over. Hey, Spy v Spy, hit the like button, love. Mentioned it because he was doing about different crime. Okay, thank you, Jeremiah. Dorian, yeah, right. Mayor Candace Owens exposed. Oh, yeah. BLM has been exposed for years. Some people just don't want to believe it.
Violence. Now, I've been to Baltimore multiple times, either to hang out at the harbor, to go to a game. I've even driven out there multiple times a week to go to my doctor's appointments at Johns Hopkins. It's one of the worst cities I've seen.
Yep.
You know, both aesthetically and criminally.
Yep.
I mean, that place is overrun with crime and drugs and mismanagement.
Yep.
You know, I won't even go out there anymore to catch a Cubs-Orioles game because I'm afraid my car will get broken into or stolen. You know, and if you're from Baltimore, don't come at me in the comments. You know how bad that city is. You could drive around that city and you could see how desolate it looks. I mean, people hanging out in the corner, addicts all over the street, sleeping in the street, selling drugs. Now, what distinguishes Baltimore from other crime-ridden cities is that when you go to these other cities, you have pockets of that city that's worse than others. But in Baltimore, most of the city looks desolate, even the parts that's considered good, you know, except for the few blocks that span the inner harbor and downtown. The city is simply not safe.
Oh.
Now, if you remember a month ago, this is where a mass fentanyl overdose event took place where 25 people had to be rushed to the hospital. You know, this is where 1 month ago, a boy casually shot up a convenience store because the owner tried to stop him from stealing a cupcake. Grown Black adults in the entertainment district vandalizing ice cream shops for no apparent reason. Even Baltimore's infrastructure is falling apart, like that video from June about the conditions of the brand new Inner Harbor high-rise where the ceiling was literally crumbling. And this Baltimore infrastructure thing isn't anything new. I literally mentioned this in my first published book in 2021. Now, Westmore and Brandon Scott is neglecting that city and the people in it.
Stop voting blue no matter who. They're not going to do anything for you. They're only following the Democratic agenda. Boom. Yes, Ruby, he's an honest person who isn't afraid to speak the truth. Bingo. According to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, they only need more housing. My girl, Scorpius, if we think about it, why would they not want the very people they claim to care about to get better? Because my girls, we talked about that. They don't care about the crime, the poverty. They need to keep them dependent and on the Democratic plantation. And they don't care. They're just killing themselves. They could care less. They have their checks and they're following that Democratic agenda.
And now they're trying to stop Trump from coming in and trying to make the city safe. You know, last week, Fox 45 Baltimore did a report on the insane amount of crime that took place in Baltimore in the 17 days that the National Guard has been in DC. And I had to look at it twice because I could not believe those numbers.
Together, we have broken the back of violent crime. And the last time the homicide rate was this low in Baltimore City, I was not born yet.
But in the 17 days since the National Guard has been on the ground.
My new folks, just so you know, all of these books have been cooked for years. They are not true and accurate statistics. We don't know what it actually is because they're not being forthcoming. Here we go.
In Washington, Baltimore has seen more than 2,500 crimes, twice as many as D.C. There have been 6 homicides, 9 rapes, 426 assaults, 271 aggravated assaults.
Who wants to live like an animal, surrounded, scared to leave your home? Who? No, thank you.
252 auto thefts, 155 burglaries, and
I'll pause that so you can read that.
439 acts of vandalism, all of it in the past 17 days. In fact, Baltimore's 790 acts of violent crime in that time period is 9 times greater than the amount of violent crime committed in Washington.
And in that same report, they called out Westmore for his neglect.
He's got a national platform right now, and he's wasting it on just hot air.
On talk radio, callers were aiming their outrage at the governor.
Sir, you are the governor of Maryland. Everything that you said while campaigning means nothing because you have done nothing to improve the wonderful state of Maryland.
So to put,
and he doesn't have to. They just keep voting. They put a black man or a black woman in a position to get the black residents to vote for them. They don't have to do anything for the people. They know that. The Democrats, look, they've been doing this for 60 plus years. They have it mastered. They know they don't have to do anything for those people. Just put a black person in a high position and then they will come out and vote for you. That's been a page out of the Democratic playbook for 60 plus years. They will not stop doing that because it's still working. Stop it.
Some, y'all. It's Baltimore's time.
Their comments come after the governor last week rejected potential help from the National Guard and suggested crime is under control.
But residents are complaining and they want Trump.
Because the National Guard isn't here yet. When they come here, you see the numbers go down.
Terrence Slaughter is an ex-Marine. Mike Anderson is an ex-con.
It just seemed like 1 year at the other, same thing. It's the same thing over and over again.
Daryl Berman is a retired city police officer and president of the Retired Police Benevolent Association.
They think they're slicker than the average public, and they can create this falsehood that things are getting better and safer. And they're really not.
Berman and others believe the Guard could be the city's last great hope for an immediate turnaround.
Oh, yeah, definitely stop the crime. Because when people see these guys out, they go another way. They go another way. It's a deterrent.
And like I said in my last video about Chicago, the Democratic Party does not want safe cities.
No.
Safe cities mean that the community can thrive. It doesn't have to live in fear. It doesn't.
Yeah, we said that they want Black Americans living in fear and dependent. Lanita, big cities and small make money from crime. Yes, it's very lucrative. New jails, new police equipment, special funds for programs that don't really work. Yeah, they just want to keep the money coming from the federal government. Lanita, you're right. We talked about that Saturday. Yeah.
Have to depend on the Democratic Party for these social programs, welfare, Section 8, and all this other stuff that they use to get votes, right? They have to pander to liberals, pander to criminals, to get votes and to stay in the power. And they leave the residents, the citizens, to suffer the consequences of all these violence. And they still promise like, hey, we're going to get rid of violence. We're going to put money in your pockets and all this stuff. Just vote for us. All this whole thing is just rules. They need to keep you as poor and as fearful as possible to maintain that dependency on them. And naturally, when you have all these Black people committing these crimes and getting killed and getting hurt, you don't hear from any of these so-called civil rights groups.
Have we not been saying that for the past over a year? We've said that. My new people here, go back and look at my old videos. We've said that forever. Ruby says, I remember Governor Westmore from Different Strokes. Oh my goodness. America, let me see, says that money someone's getting from these programs going elsewhere. Exactly. Lasher, how you doing? Yes. Hit that like button, folks. Yeah. I have a lot of new people, Lasher and Ruby and Scorpius, all the new folks. If you go back and look at the videos we've done on this channel over a year ago, everything he's saying, and he just made this video. We've been saying that. Nothing new to see here for us. We know what's going on. Do we not know Rolynn's reviews? We know. Here we go.
That's supposed to be advocating for Black people and Black excellence.
What's your opinion about these group violence interrupters and some of this other, diversion activists that you heard, I've heard, who's out here in the streets?
Or you talking about like the safe streets and the no shoe zone?
That's right.
And what Black Lives Matter and all that?
That's right.
Yeah, where the is they at? Where are they? They ain't out.
He's asking, where is Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter, they got their millions and millions of dollars, and they are not thinking about you. It was all a one big scam. An extended arm of the Democratic Party. It was all a scam, okay, a Ponzi scheme. They took all those millions of dollars. They tricked you. They fooled you. They don't care about Black lives. The only time you hear about them is when, again, a white officer is involved with a Black victim, as they call them all, or a white person and a Black victim, as because they make the white person out to be the worst racist ever, and the Black person is always a victim. Scorpius. Absolutely right. They did nothing. They didn't take the millions of dollars that they received and go to these poor, impoverished Black communities. They did nothing for Black people. It was all a scam. That's all it was. BLM, they're living in gated communities, laughing at the Black people they ripped off. My girls, say it again for the people in the back. BLM was a scam organization, and that's all it ever was. It was never about Black lives. Robert, here we go.
I ain't doing anything. If Black Lives Matter, there wouldn't be so many homeless people or hungry people out here. They walking around chanting like they just throwing a party to me.
You feel like it's just a political movement, or do you feel like they actually care about people like you to get out of these sorts of conditions?
I mean, to me, they just chasing a non-profit grant. But they ain't feed not a soul out here.
But listen, Baltimore does have a bright light, and that's this man, the new state's attorney, Ivan Bates. Now, I've been hearing people talk about him, people that's fed up with the crime.
All right, and that's all I wanted to. Let me move. I want you to hear this part. Hold on, here we go.
Attorney's office and working with the U.S. Attorney's office, they only sent in those 2 years 1,038 of those individuals to prison. Repeat violent offenders, they were sending them back home. And with my tenure, we've sent over 2,000, almost 2,200 people, repeat violent offenders, the first 2 years to prison. These were individuals who were repeat violent offenders. These are individuals who were shooting, the killings. They were sometimes the victims of that as well. Now we're about 2,500 repeat violent offenders. But what does that mean? We figured there are about 5,000 to 6,000 repeat violent offenders causing a crime. Mm-hmm. If we've taken out half of them and sent them to jail, then of course they're no longer the victims or the shooters. So you're going to naturally see the great decrease in the violent crime, in the murder numbers, because they're not there to shoot or to be killed.
They're incarcerated where they need to be.
People leave Baltimore City and don't want to come into Baltimore City because of the quality of life. We need to focus on that.
Now, despite this.
So that's all I had to share with you in reference to that. Yeah, Baltimore. Oh my God, that's a dangerous place. No, thank you. And I wanted to show you one more thing because some of you were asking about Dakara Thompson, and we know an illegal immigrant has been arrested for that, who should not have even been in the country. So many of you were talking about that in the chat. So, right, Ruby? I thought I would bring this up. She was, I think my girls, you told us she was 19. Yeah, Maryland woman. But you know what I found out? I watched some other videos about her. She's not the only missing young lady. There are several young women that are missing. Now, they found her body. But I was like, oh my God. So disappearance and discovery of her body. She was last seen getting into a black SUV. So I don't know how she knew this guy. August 23rd. Her body was later discovered on August 31st by Maryland State Police on an embankment near Route 50 in Anne Arundel County. So what's his name? Hugo Hernandez Mendez, Bowie, Maryland. He's been charged with first and second degree. And again, he should not have even been in the country. Let me show you his mugshot. And everyone's trying to make the connection of where did she meet him? Okay, here's the guy. He looks evil. Looks like he's been cut. So yeah, there's that. Okay. But yeah, they're saying that there are a lot of young women who are unaccounted for.
Is in the U.S. illegally, now stands accused in the the killing of a 19-year-old woman in Maryland. Dakara Thompson's body was found last week, days after her family reported her missing. Authorities now charging Hugo Hernandez Mendez with first and second degree murder in her death. They say that Thompson was killed inside the suspect's bedroom, and there was surveillance video of her getting into a car that he had access to. Now, detectives are trying to determine if the two knew each other. Meanwhile, a man who...
Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because many of you were talking about this case in the chat on Saturday. You heard that, my girl? Yes. So now they're trying to see if this guy, so he unalived her, Dakara. Now they're trying to see, if he's involved with all these other women that are missing. And again, those of you who are new to the channel, I want the Biden-Harris administration held accountable. These people should have never been here. I have one more thing to share with you, and we are done. Let me share this. This happened in North Carolina, where I am. And again, a criminal who should not have been out on the street. So listen to this. It's short, but I wanted to share it with you. Anyone hear about this thug, this criminal who unalived this young lady from Ukraine? And he has committed multiple crimes. And he should not have been out. Listen to this, and then we're done. Still limited or no news coverage because the FBI, there are hundreds of children and women missing. Okay. Yeah, okay, Lanita. Yeah, I didn't know that, Lanita, until I was researching Dakara's story. And then that's when I'm like, what the heck? My girl, yeah, they said what was her connection to him? Was she buying marijuana? What was her connection? They're trying to figure that out. Beverly, how you doing, love? Hit the like button. All right, here we go. Another short case and we're done. That young lady's just sitting there. This guy jumps up and just attacks her, unalives her.
Remember when a bunch of goofballs used white guilt and propaganda to rev up a million idiots to go and burn down predominantly black neighborhoods and kill black people while wearing Black Lives Matter shirts? And this was all done over an image of a fentanyl head dying. Yeah, but he was killed by white supremacist cops. You mean the white supremacist black cop? The white supremacist Asian cop? No, that Derek Chauvin, he put his knee on his... Shut the hell up. George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose. And you idiots took that snapshot and you weaponized it and you used it to burn places down and transfer billions of dollars, by the way. Not to the black community.
Nope.
No, only the grifters like Al Sharpton got rich off of that.
You heard what he said. My new people, go check out the old videos. We've said it 1,000 times. The Al Sharpton, the Ben Crumps, all the black race hustlers, they got their cut. None of that money went to the black community.
Meanwhile, you guys ain't got a CVS in Baltimore now, huh? How'd that work out for you? Anyhow, is this the white equivalent of it? Here you've got this woman, a Ukrainian refugee. She was able to somehow avoid getting killed by that coke addict Zelensky, only to come over to Charlotte, North Carolina, and get killed by some diversity, equity, and inclusion, because that's our greatest strength. Incredible. She didn't do anything to the guy. She sits down and then just gets stabbed in the neck and dies. She didn't even look at the dude. This is a maniac. She sits down and the guy's sitting there going, fighting demons, I guess. And he goes, well, now's a good time to stab her. And then just walk off. New video shows the moment. Repeat offender. This guy had been arrested 14 times. 14 times.
You hear that? This guy, DeCarlos Brown, been arrested 14 times. Repeat offender. Much love to you, my girls. Greg, rest in peace, David Dorn. Keith Ellison should be in jail for allowing the viral video shape their narratives and deliberately delaying the police cams of Kirby's resisting arrest. Okay, Greg, thank you. Here we go.
When it comes to fentanyl, Floyd, you're only going to be allegedly killed if you swallow your fentanyl stash while trying to get away from cops. Yep. But over here, you might get killed by God knows who because the Democrats won't arrest anybody. The Democrats, they love their illegal aliens, right? They'll go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
They care so much for their illegal aliens. They're so upset that narco-terrorists in Venezuela are blown up. Leave our narco-terrorists alone. And don't arrest anybody that's Blick, because that would be racist. So this maniac has been arrested 14 times, charged 0, because he's right back out on the street, and now he's knifing chicks in the neck. This should be a gigantic wake-up call, right? Not the lefties, they're stupid. But to normies and anybody that's on our side, they already know. We already know. Stay frosty. Watch your six. Never relax. When you're in a Democrat-run hellhole, right? When you're in a place that won't arrest people, yeah, never relax.
Mm-hmm.
That's racist. Well,
and that happened here in North Carolina. That's why I told you all. Most of you know I live here at Fort Bragg. But listen, I told all of you to be cognizant of your surroundings. People are just unhinged, period. Doing crazy things. Ruby, it's compassion to let them out to kill innocent people, right? Right, Ruby? How you doing, Dan Clifton? How are you? Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button, love. Apparently YouTube doesn't like the word hope because I've been trying to say I hope Tommy finds a yeah, it changes every day, Maga. You too, Jeremiah. I'm trying. Here we go.
No. She's
honestly, I told you guys, I try not to go out in public too much. People are unhinged. They're in Walmarts, they're in Food Lions, they're acting crazy, they're fighting. I try to stay away from people at all costs. I do. I'm just being honest because you don't know what they're going to do.
Dead. But maybe they'll learn something from this. Maybe like, oh man, maniac arrested 14 times, stabs and murders a woman on the zip line over here. Let's maybe change our policies. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, they ain't going to change any policies. Watch this. Breaking in a statement on Charlotte Light Rail incident, Democrat mayor.
Okay. Who saw that coming? Democratic mayor, and she's a black female. Do I need to say anything else? I don't think so. Listen up.
What I guess? What I guess? North Carolina, is that a Republican state? All the murders in red states are happening in blue cities, idiots. Right angle news, by the way.
Red. North Carolina's a red state, but we have blue cities here. I'm just saying.
We are. This chunky mayor insists the city cannot arrest our way out of issues like this.
Tell me you're a Democrat without telling me you're a Democrat. That statement that she made, that tells you all you need to know. While she goes to her gated community. She's not riding the zip line dealing with this. If you have to carry more than 3 things to go to certain places, you might want to reevaluate. Jason, yes. Ruby, when I lived in New York, a guy randomly stabbed the guy standing in front of him in a checkout line in a grocery store. Ruby, that's what I'm saying. I try not to go out that much because people are unhinged. You don't have to provoke them. You don't have to do anything. And they just, will unalive you because they don't have anything else to do. They're nuts.
That's literally how you get out of this situation. This is an issue that you should totally be arresting people. Holy balls. Leave our light rail murderers alone. Holy balls. You had better be paying attention. If you're watching this show, obviously you're paying attention, but.
Thank you, True Texan. How you doing, love? Hit that like button, dear. We do too, right? Dallas, Houston, Austin, those are all liberal septic tanks. Thank you. People always, oh, you're in a red state. Yes, but there are blue cities in red states. You have to be watchful and keep distance from people when alone in public spaces. So many mental cases walking around. Lanita, yes. San Antonio is liberal too, Dorian. Okay.
Maybe you got friends, family, loved ones that aren't. Leave our mass transit blitz murderers alone. You're right, Fist. Look at this. She didn't even mention the victim, Irina, even once. And she showed more concern for the murderer's homeless status. We can't arrest him. He's homeless.
So this was a homeless guy who should have still been incarcerated. And, you know, she will, again, the Democrats never mention the name of the victims. They're making excuses for the perpetrators.
Yeah, but he's murdering people. Yeah, but I mean, come on, look, you know that homelessness disproportionately impacts the BIPOC community. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who, nobody cares. Arrest. Oh, look at that. Arrest the clock. Why? Come on, let's not do anything drastic over here, like arrest the murderer.
Right.
So stop going on mass transit with your headphones on.
Pay attention.
Yeah. I'm not over here victim shaming. She didn't deserve this. I'm trying.
Someone sitting on a bus, just listening to her music. She deserved this? Really? So again, True Texan, you're just joining us. This perpetrator had what, 13, 14 priors? So he should have been in jail. He just stood up and stabbed her in the neck and unalived her for no reason. No reason. No.
To get people to not end up like her. Don't go on a train. Don't go on the subway. Don't go on light rail. Don't go to Democrat-run cities and put blinders on. Don't put headphones on. Don't look down. Don't be doom scrolling. Have a little bit of situational awareness. Now, they're going to say that that's racist. Situational awareness. That's racist.
Well, I guess I'm racist because if I go to a blue city, hey, I'll be looking around and some blue cities I don't even want to go to. You can't carry your you-know-what to protect yourself. So, no. Nemo, facts, Salty. Yeah, I love Salty. Salty's good. And that's all I have for you folks. Those of you who joined us late, make sure you go back and do the replay. America has got out of hand thanks to these Democrats. Boom. Yeah. And it's unacceptable. Totally. More to the story, keep your mouth shut. Yeah, and just be observant of your surroundings. Make sure you do that. It's sad. I loved Dallas for a long time. Now I am more of a Fort Worth. Oh, okay, True Texan. Okay. That makes sense. Ruby Red, she was simply from a war-torn country. She survived a war-torn country, came here and was unalived. She didn't know how dangerous Democrat-run cities are. Ruby Red, you said it. You said it. Connie, yes, I'm reading about social Darwinism equals libertarianism. Yes, Connie, yes. So we're done. And Brenda, CMH community mental health taking away discipline has left us in a pickle. Brenda, good point. Good point. So I don't know if the boots will be on the ground in Chicago tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. If the National Guard goes to Chicago tomorrow, I will be live as soon as I can get home. I'll jump on live as soon as I can get home. Okay? I'm just waiting. Those of you who came in late, make sure you catch the replay. They need it in Baltimore. Baltimore, I showed a video. It has 790 violent crimes in 17 days. But their governor is saying we don't need the National Guard, federal agents, crime is down, everything's fine. All righty then. So look out tomorrow when you get home from work. Check, come to the Rolynn Reviews channel, click on live and see if I have a live setup or if I am live. Because like I said, if the National Guard starts patrolling Chicago tomorrow, I'm jumping on as soon as I get home. You too, Greg. I'll be live as soon as the National Guard starts patrolling. And then I have some other videos I want to do. I'll probably be uploading. Make sure you check out my shorts as well, okay? I'll continue this week to upload shorts. I enjoyed all of you. Tina, thank you. Find it, fix it. She's alive. She was hit with a taser. Oh yes, find it, fix it. Yes, she who are you talking about? The first lady we talked about? The first lady we talked about, the taser does not work on water buffaloes. They had to shoot her. So I think that's who you're talking about, because that's the only one lady we were talking about. Okay, yes, find it, fix it. Yes, yes, yes. I think you're new here. Hit the like button, love. Also, if you will, hit the subscribe button. We're glad to have you. Yeah, they tried the taser, but it didn't work. And she jumped out of the car with a 6-inch. They had no choice. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. So more of my subscribers are asking me to show them. I mean, I look at body cams all the time. And so they were asking for it. When you ask for something, I try to accommodate you. Scorpius, I sure did like your show. Thank you. Oh, Scorpius, I'm glad you're here, love. I think you're new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone who's still here, hit that like button. Share this stream with a family member, a friend, a foe. Let them know where they can go when they want to get the latest news or politics information. And we're done. Don't forget, once I end the live, go up under the description box and leave a comment. That helps YouTube to share the video out with even more people. That helps the channel to grow. Thank you, RP. Thank you so much. Yeah, good night, Connie. Yeah, so I'm going to end the live stream. Don't forget, leave a comment. Ask everyone. Ask Connie. Ask Dorian. I always respond. True text. And thanks for dropping in. Scorpius, don't forget to come back and leave a comment. Maga, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look for me to go live tomorrow if the National Guard starts patrolling. If not, I may not go live until Tuesday. But Monday or Tuesday, I will be live. I just don't know which day. All right. Thank you for everything. Love you. Be safe. Remember, be observant. Be cognizant of your surroundings, regardless of where you live. Thank you, Miss Connie. Love you, dear. All right. I'm coming right now to the comment section. Yes. Good afternoon, True Texan. Thank you so much. All of my new subscribers, thank you for continuing to come back and support the channel. It means so, so much because there are thousands of content creators. The fact that you decide to come here, I do not take that lightly. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. So, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow or Tuesday.